Hey guys, what's going on? It's Joe here. This is going to be part one of the modification series of the KLR 650 2018. I bought it new, and what I'm doing here, first thing on my list was the air induction system. This is, again, let me disclaimer, this is for off-road use only, quote unquote. If you do this, like I said, it's not no longer California compliant. So if you're in California and you try to remove the air induction system, and there's a pile of stuff I have here. This is the vapor recovery system. There's the air induction pump right there that I took off. There's a lot of clutter here, a lot of clutter that you don't need. You just don't need it. Have the fuel tank off. So when you take that off, there's a couple hoses. This is going to be your vent. That's going to vent to atmosphere, your blue right there. And the red, that was going into the small vapor canister over there. So that can be capped with a fuel resistant or chemical resistant vacuum line cap. And this one, the hose is going to go back on, which I have over here somewhere. But a lot of the stuff, like I said, it's not hard to do. Take your plastics off your tank. It went here, and there's a small tube here that goes into the head. There's an air induction system block-off plate, which you can order from Eagle Mike. Mine is on its way. That's on its way. If you go to the carburetor, the newer KLRs have this, if you can see in there, where it went to the air induction system, and this goes to your vacuum operated Petcock. The Petcock on the fuel tank right now, I am also going to be switching over to a manually operated one. Just kind of eliminates any kind of issue I would have with a vacuum leak, or I like to simplify things. So that's on its way as well. I'll be doing another video with the install and the overview of how that went. I'll come around on this side. You can see here's where my manual choke. I have the fuel line tucked up here, so but this would be up into the manual Petcock. So that's the only tube you're going to have is your fuel supply line right there. And here's your choke, which works fine. You reach up under, out, in. I already tested it on the bike when it was together, and it was working fine. The other hose with the air induction system goes into the air box here. There's a green lined hose, and it goes into where the charcoal canister is right here. You take the rubber straps off and it comes off. I already did the snorkel mod because I have the KLX jet kit from Eagle Mike. So that snorkel's gone. Makes a real small hole. And that tube runs all the way to where, right here, there was a bracket here where the other fuel canister was. That's gone as well. Now you can get to your preload adjustment a lot easier. While I'm in here, I'll show you, I do have a Top Gun 7.4 kilogram spring coming for it. I didn't want to do, I was looking at Cogent and all the different suspensions right now as far as economically. You know, I'm going to stick with the white spring from Top Gun, see how that works. That should be a little better for load and everything. It comes real soft. You know the KLRs come soft sprung from factory. Next on the agenda here, Krono Parts. Talked about them in the last video, last couple videos there. A lot of stuff that I have from them. They are sending me a KLR dash here. So you see in the dash kits where it goes right above the ignition module here. It's going to go up over here, and it already has blanks. If you go to kronoparts.com, check them out. They have a couple new items as well. They have a new headlight cover. This is the older style, which is still great. The newer one is a little more streamlined. It doesn't, I think it fits a little flusher right here. It doesn't bother me. And this part under here, you don't have to worry about this bracket right here. I think it just has a rubber stopper. Nothing else to put together, so you don't have these two bolts here. And then, let's see what else. So like I said, I was going to put that KLR dash on. I already have my USB connection here with the SAE connector, and that runs right to the battery. The new connection, I'm going to be putting a fusible link down here to the positive, negative, or the positive. It's going to come up the backbone of the bike and then into my voltage meter. I'm going to have a voltage meter on here and a 12-volt cigarette lighter plug, just to have it as an extra, as well as a switch that I'm going to be putting on the KLR dash, the Krono Parts dash for the KLR. That's going to be on here as well. That switch is going to act as an on-off, so I can wire it to the battery with the fusible link, because I didn't want the voltage regulator on all the time. So if I wire it straight to the battery, you guys know that'll be on all the time. So instead of tapping into like a wire, an accessory wire or something like that, instead of tapping into that, I can just run it right to the battery and have an on-off switch. Works well for me. If you need a diagram, a wiring diagram for that, might I suggest Tim Two Wheels. He has his site, tim2wheels.com. His site has a diagram for how he wired his homemade dash for his KLR. Great diagram. Shows you if you have any questions on a single pole, single throw switch, 3-pin on how to wire it. Check that out. It'll give you a lot of great information. Again, we cleared all the clutter from the vapor canister and everything. I do have mirrors coming. The stock KLR mirrors tend to hit my shoulder when I'm looking behind me. Just not real good vision. They what are they? The fold-down adventure mirrors that a lot of guys have. A little pricey, like $130 for the set. So I got these ones. I saw them on Swanky Cat's channel. They seem like a pretty good compromise. You can definitely see better with those. And I think that's pretty much about it. So I'm going to wrap up this video. And that's the stuff that's coming for the KLR. And that's the build we're going to be doing. And I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Again, check out Mason's ADV, Tim Two Wheels. A lot of those guys have a wealth of knowledge about stuff that they've done to their KLR. A lot of ideas that I'm getting from these guys. Kronoparts.com, great parts. Rocky Mountain ATV, I have used them a lot in the past. And that's about it. Until next time, guys. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. And until the next time, thanks for watching.